Welcome back to the CodeChef channel. In today's video, we are stepping into one of the most important decision-making tools in C++, which are basic conditional statements. Conditions allow your program to think, decide, and respond based on different situations. If you have ever wondered how programs make choices or react differently based on input or data, this session is exactly what you need. So let's dive right in.
If statement. If statement allows your program to execute a block of code only if a given condition is true. If it is false, the program simply skips that part of the code. Let us discuss the syntax to understand this better. So if, then inside a bracket we have given the condition which will be checked by the if block. Then inside curly braces we will write the code which will be executed if the given condition is true. The next topic is if-else statement. The if-else statement is used to execute a piece of code after checking whether the given condition is true or false. If the condition is true, the code inside the if block is executed. If the condition is false, the code inside the else block is executed. So what is the difference between if and if-else? In case of if statement, we have given the condition and we have given the code which will be executed if the condition is true. But in case of if-else, we have given another piece of code which will be executed when that given condition is false. So as you can see, the syntax is if, then inside the bracket we will give the condition which will be checked to execute the code. In case that condition is true, then the code written inside the curly braces will be executed. Else, if the condition is false, the code which is written in the else block will be executed. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform to see how to use these conditionals in C++. The program objective is check if a number is positive or negative. Here in input we have to write the number 70. The expected output is the person is eligible for the senior citizen discount. Coming to the code, hash include IOStream, then using namespace std semicolon int main. Then inside int main we have declared a variable int age semicolon. Now cin extraction operator age and semicolon. So using this command we are taking the input from the user. So for the value of variable age we will give 70 as it is given in the expected output. Now let us use the if block to check a condition. If, then inside the braces condition given is age is greater than 65. So if age is greater than 65, then cout in double inverted commas the person is eligible for the senior citizen discount. Double inverted commas close, then endl and semicolon. Bracket close. So this piece of code will be executed if the given condition age is greater than 65 is true. This is how we use simple if block if we do not include the else part here. But here we have the else part as well. So in case the condition is false, that means in case the age is equal to 65 or less than 65, then what will happen? Cout in double inverted commas the person is not eligible for the senior citizen discount, and then again endl semicolon, and the else block ends here. Return 0 semicolon and the main function ends here.
Okay, now let us run the program to check the output. Since 70 is greater than 65, so in the output we got the person is eligible for the senior citizen discount. This is how we use if or if-else block in C++. The next topic is comparison with equal operator. We use the equal operator with the if statement when we want to execute a piece of code only if two values given in the condition statement are equal. Let's have a look at the syntax. So if value 1 is equal to value 2 and then inside curly braces, code to execute if value 1 is equal to value 2. So here what we are doing, we are taking two values, value 1 and value 2, and we are comparing them inside the condition block of if conditional. Now in case those two values are equal, then the condition is true, and only then the code that we have written inside the curly braces of the if block will be executed. But in case these values are not equal, then the condition is false and the compiler will get out of the if block and it will not execute the code which is given in the curly braces. Next is comparison with not equal operator. So this works exactly opposite to the comparison with equal to operator. So here we use the not equal operator with the if statement when we want to execute a piece of code only if two values given in the condition statement are not equal. Its syntax is if, then inside the bracket the condition is value 1 not equal to value 2, and then inside the curly braces we have written the code which will be executed only if this condition is true. That means only if value 1 is not equal to value 2. And in case these two values are equal, then the compiler will consider the condition to be false and it will come out of the if block without executing the code which is written inside the if conditional. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform to see how to use these comparison operators with if block. The program objective is comparison check and the expected output is the numbers are not equal and the numbers are not equal. Coming to the code, hash include iostream using namespace std semicolon, then int main. Inside main, int num1 is equal to 15 semicolon, int num2 is equal to 20 semicolon. Then we are giving a condition inside the if block. If num1 is equal to num2, then what will happen? Cout in double inverted commas, the numbers are equal, endl semicolon, bracket close, then else, then inside curly braces, cout in double inverted commas, the numbers are not equal, endl semicolon. Then this curly brace for the else block also ends here. Now we have given another condition, if num1 is not equal to num2, then cout in double inverted commas, the numbers are not equal, and then endl semicolon, bracket close. If block ends here, then else the curly brace begins, cout in double inverted commas, the numbers are equal, endl semicolon. The else block ends here, return 0 semicolon, and the main function ends here. So here we are using the if block two times. Firstly, we have checked the condition if num1 is equal to num2. So 15 and 20, they are not equal. So that is why this condition is false. So because it is false, it will implement the code which is written. It will execute the code which is written in the else block. It will print the numbers are not equal. Again we are using the if block, but this time the condition is num1 is not equal to num2, which is true. So that is why again, so this time the piece of code which is written in if block will be executed and it will print the numbers are not equal in the output. Let us run the program to see the output. The numbers are not equal, the numbers are not equal, which is exactly similar to the expected output. Greater than comparison. We perform greater than comparison using the if statement when we want to execute a piece of code only if one value is greater than the other inside the condition block. Let's have a look at the syntax. If, then inside the condition block, value 1 is greater than value 2. Then curly braces, code to execute if value 1 is greater than value 2 and the curly brace closes here. So what are we doing? We are giving a new kind of condition here. So here we are not checking whether two values are equal or not equal, but we are checking if one value is greater than the second value, only then we will execute a piece of code which is written inside the curly braces. So we perform less than comparison using the if statement when we want to execute a piece of code only if one value is smaller than the other inside the condition block. Syntax is if value 1 is less than value 2, and then inside curly braces we will write code to execute if value 1 is less than value 2. So this works exactly opposite to the previous operator, which means again inside the if block we will check condition. So this works exactly opposite to the greater than operator. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform and see a program that uses these operators for comparison inside a if block. The program objective is temperature measurement, and the expected output is today's temperature is lower than yesterday's. Coming to the code, hash include IOStream using namespace std semicolon. Then int main. Now inside the main function, int yesterday temp is equal to 28 semicolon and int today temp is equal to 22 semicolon. Now we are checking the condition for greater than operator. So if then today temp is greater than yesterday temp, then this piece of code will be executed. Cout in double inverted commas today's temperature is higher than yesterday's, endl and semicolon, and then the if block code ends here. Again we have given another condition inside the if block, but this time we have used the less than operator. Today temp less than yesterday temp. Curly brace begin. Cout in double inverted commas today's temperature is lower than yesterday's, endl semicolon. The if block ends here, return 0 semicolon, and the main function ends here. So the value of yesterday temp is 28. The value of today temp is 22. So this means yesterday temp is actually greater than today temp. So this means the first condition will be false and the second condition will be true. So only the piece of code which is written inside this if block will be executed. Let us run the program and see the output. Today's temp is lower than yesterday's. So this is how we use greater than and less than operators inside a if block. And that wraps up our discussion on basic conditionals in C++. Now you understand how to use conditional statements with comparison operators to help your program evaluate values and make decisions for you. Don't forget to practice using these concepts on the CodeChef platform. Thank you so much for watching.